If you've been lifting for months, maybe even years, and you don't look like you train, there's a very high chance you're doing one of these I'm going to cover in this video. I'll be breaking down 5 things that you do every single day that's killing your gains. And I'm going to be honest, most people are doing every single one of them. This is the biggest mistake. Most people think that they are training hard, but they aren't training as hard as they think they are. Stopping 3 to 5 reps before failure. I feel like people really think that when they're going very hard on their beginning reps, that's really what's going to build your muscle. These 3 to 5 reps towards the end of those movements are the most important because it provides mechanical tension and stimulus for your muscle to grow. That's really where your muscles is really being pushed to its limits. And if we know anything, your muscles need enough load and stimulus to grow. Because you're stopping 3 to 5 reps early, you think that you're still leaving a little bit in the tank. That's what's not causing enough mechanical tension and stimulus. And when you don't have that, you're not going to grow. So you need to be pushing hard, like hard enough. Now, the reason why I'm also explaining this and I made this video is simply because I also want a situation whereby those who follow me are imputing 20% of their energy and efforts and getting a stupid amount of 80% of results. That's really the point. And the period when my physique really changed was when I started training with intent. The moment I started training with intent, every set, every rep, everything is being taken to failure. That was really when I started seeing my physique change in a very beautiful way. You don't need to be switching up your workouts and trying every single new thing you see on your Instagram. What you need to do is you need to start training everything to failure. Push very hard. And the mentality I have whenever I'm going to the gym, if I'm going to be honest, is every day is war. Battle between my old self versus my new self. And that's really where the gains started coming in. This right here is a big one. No progressive overload. I feel like this could have been number 1 if I'm going to be honest, because I remember there was a time period I switched my gyms. I used to go to this other bodybuilding gym. This guy I saw in my bodybuilding gym switch gyms as well, and he remained the exact same way. And I could pinpoint it to one of these things. Same weights, same reps, same efforts. I knew that this guy was not training anything close to failure or even trying to progressively overload. And when you don't progressively overload, you're literally giving your body no reason to grow. You're doing the exact same thing and you're expecting a different result. Crazy thing about this point is that it also ties into the first point as well, because when you're doing the same weights, the same reps, and the same efforts, you're not even going to be training close to failure either. You're going to be always leaving things in the bank. Take home would be no adaptation will equal no growth. A lot of you guys think that you are missing out on a better training or a better program. No. One thing you must understand is that this body right here is not made to be abundant. It is made to survive. And the reason why I say this is because up until you force your body to grow, your body has no reason to grow. It's going to conserve every single energy. It's not going to be abundant with muscle growth. A simple fix to this would be increasing the weights, increasing the sets, increasing the efforts. You can also even increase the intensity, because with adaptation, your body will grow. This is where most people think they're fine, but they're actually not. Your nutrition. If you leave anything from this video, you need to take home with the fact that you need to eat protein to literally build protein. Your muscle right here is protein. When you eat protein, you can build protein. It is that straightforward. You need to try and aim for a consistent amount of protein every single day. The biggest thing I realized about fitness for you to improve stupidly fast is you need to understand that it has daily inputs. Daily inputs is so important. And protein consistently, eating or aiming for around 0.7 to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight every single day. So that simply means that if I am 83 pounds right now, I need to be hitting around 83 grams of protein simply, or at the lower end, multiply it by 0.7. That should be around maybe 130 grams of protein. But you should make sure that you are consistently hitting your protein. The next thing will then be random eating. and no calorie awareness. I'm not telling you that you need to entirely track your calories, but one thing I can tell you is that get a notebook to write down exactly what you're eating every single day. Let's say for breakfast you have two eggs with a coffee. For your lunch, you have maybe a sandwich or something. Just make sure you at least know exactly what you're eating. Have like a very clear mental picture. Because the problem is that you guys don't track anything, you're just randomly guessing. And that really is affecting your progress in the gym. It's affecting your body and your physique. Now, I would say your efforts are misplaced. A lot of people think that it is so important that you build muscle in the gym. Everything happens in the gym. I'm gonna grow in the gym. But the thing is, your efforts will be misplaced if you don't put in the work inside and outside of the gym. You don't grow in the gym. You grow outside of the gym with your recovery, with your nutrition, filling your body right so you can actually perform better in the gym. Your sleep is so underrated. This is so important because it controls everything. If you leave this video, know that your recovery needs to be dialed in. And when I realized the time periods where I had the slowest amount of results, it was when my sleep was chopped. The crazy thing about the time period where I was sleeping less, I was cognitively more tired. I had slower results in the gym. And I understand that life gets very busy sometimes, but you need to make sleep a non-negotiable. The moment you start getting less than 7 hours of sleep, me personally, I feel like less than 7. Some people can survive on less hours of sleep. You should have a very good understanding of your body. Usually, if you're getting less than 6 to 7 hours of sleep every single night, just know that you are capping your progress because you're not giving your body enough time to build the muscles, enough time to synthesize hormones to actually enable your body grow, because every single thing will be happening right there in your sleep. Literally now cutting the hours that your body has time to repair. So please and please dial in on the sleep. The sleep is essential. I cannot emphasize the sleep is essential. It is a must for your body to grow. I know this is one that no one really talks about, your needs. Your needs simply means your non-exercise activity thermogenesis. This is what your NEAT stands for. This pretty much is every single activity that you're going to be doing outside of the gym. So this could be your movement, this could be your doing your chores, this could be your fidgeting. The typical situation that I see with a lot of people is that they are sitting down all day. I understand that you should sit down and chill. I'm not against you doing that. The problem is all day. That's really the issue. You're not getting enough steps. Your body has no reason to also metabolize things quicker. The thing about movement is that it also increases your metabolism. That's something I've just realized because people ask me how I'm able to stay this lean relatively year round and I don't even struggle. It's because I simply just move. You have very little calories burned when you are sitting down all day. You don't need extra gym time. You just need to start moving more. That one hack of just moving has literally just changed my whole physique. When you move, your body grows. That's something you should always remember. So your body really loves movement. I personally realized that whenever I sit down in one place for a very long time, I low-key feel like I'm dying. And I don't even know if it's a me thing. If you're your body that you're always keeping it in one place, would you be happy, bro? Really, ask yourself, would you be happy? So try and find a way on how to move. If I'm going to give you a few steps, I get around 10 to 15K steps every single day. On my weekends, I get a little bit higher. But typically what I would say is before I sleep, I try and get 1K step in. When I wake up again, immediately on my waking up, I'm trying to get another 1K step in. And for any small place that I could just go to, I would rather not use the bus. I would just try and use my legs there. That just compounds every single time. A quick recap, because I love you guys too much to leave you guys without actually just recapping. Now, a quick recap would be no training to failure. You need to be taking your muscles to failure. Going to the gym with the mindset of woo. Now, the next step would then be no progressive overload. You need to make sure you're increasing the reps, the sets, the weights, or you can also increase the intensity. Your bad diet does not need to be freestyled. Have a mental and a caloric awareness, if that's even a word. But try and have an awareness with regards to your food and your intake. Now, the next step would then be poor sleep. Whenever you cut your sleep, just know that you're cutting off your progress, because you're cutting off the time your body has to recover, and you don't want to give your body less time to recover. Finally, low activity. You need to know that the gym is only a very small percent of your day. You're spending 2 hours in the gym. You literally spend a whole 12 to 16 hours outside the gym. You need to be doing something to move the needle forward with regards to your body. But here is the final brutal truth. Very, very hard to digest. Your physique is not built in the gym. It is built around your lifestyle. And that's just the honest truth. If you can fix your lifestyle, optimizing training, optimizing your sleep, optimizing your nutrition and your movement, that's literally when the results will come. So the results come from systems. And system is save yourself stress, time, energy, and money. I can clean this up. Let my agenda agenda. But to be fair, this is what system means. And if you want a system tailored and built around your lifestyle, I'll tell you, book a call with the link, and I'll personally love to hear from you, and I'm gonna work with you. And that's the end of the video, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you actually got a lot of free game. I hope you actually got value you can actually implement into your life. I'm grateful for the support always. Thank you so much for every single thing. Let me know what points you're actually going to implement from this video down in the comments. Peace, ladies and gentlemen.